it's really common, in societies today, like, to have, like, a man who used to live with a woman, they broke up or they divorced, and then the man have to move on, to with his life, and so will the woman do. So usually the man, like, move into like a new relationship. He may get married, to a new woman while he had kids, with the in his previous relationship. And then it it may happen that, he want to have, his kids with him, so that, he gives to his kids, previous kids, like, the same chances, like, that he'll be giving to the kids that he will have with the new wife. Therefore, he decided, like, to take all his kids and, and have them with him. But sometimes, and unfortunately, things usually don't go according to his expectations, because the relationship, usually, sometimes, are really tense, with a new woman. And and you see that very often, like, the problem may come from that new woman, I mean his new wife, just because she will see the kids of her husband as her enemy. She will see the kids of her husband as her potential um, enemies, if I can, say, if I can use that word. In her mind, she would think that those kids came to defend, their mother, and then it will make things really, like, hard, for in that relationship. It's really strange because men usually, when they love a woman, it doesn't matter, how many kids, that woman have. They will love the woman. They will love the kids of the woman. They will love the parents, of the new woman. They don't have any issue with that. But when it's the opposite, that's where, like, the shoe pinches. That's where, everything has to go bad. And we have pretty much, like, in coming some, like I say, in some society, African society is the one that I know the most, because that's where, I come from. Uh, we have a lot of stories whereby, like, women had to make those kids go through hell. But it happened actually in all societies, because when a woman, like, the kids of her husband, that's what, they do, unfortunately. And the stranger thing is that that woman, or those women, usually, it doesn't matter how old, you know how old the kids of her husband are, they will see them still as potential enemy. Can you imagine that? How can you think that, a kid who's, like, 3 or 4 years old can be your enemy? How do you think that, a kid who's 3 years old or 4 years old will defend, their mother? Sometimes, those kids come into this new family just because they want, like, a new attention. They want, like, their dad attention, but they also, expect, their new mother, to love them, So they're just asking to be kids, and no more than that. But unfortunately, some evil woman, if I can say that, won't see things, this way. They will always see those kids as, like, strangers. They will see those kids as, bad evil. They will see those kids like, bad luck, and they will do, worse things, to those kids, just because they don't want them, in that new family. They will even do, their best so that, those kids, like, never go to school, just because, they want only the kids that they have, with their husband to be successful. But the weirdest thing here is that, as we don't have, power, on our future, someday you'll see that the kids who have succeeded are the kids that the husband got before, in his previous marriage. And those ones that are here, in this family, do not succeed. So if such a thing happened to you, I'm talking to you, man, what would you do? So what I'm trying here to say, or to give as advice, is that it doesn't matter, with who we live, but we must never forget where we come from. We got kids before. Kids have never asked, to come to this world just by themselves. No. We as parents, we make decision, to have babies. We make decision to have kids, to bring kids to this world. Therefore, we gotta take care of them. Especially when the woman you had kids with before, maybe it's not coming from like, it's coming from a poor background. Maybe she's not working, or maybe she's working but she's getting almost peanut. What would you do? I believe that we should give all our kids, the one that we had before and the one that we have in our current relationship, the same chances. Take your kids, make your wife really understood that it's your blood and there's nothing you can do about it. You had to raise them together so that they love each other, as if they were from the same dad and the same mom. Thanks again for watching me. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel so that we grow the channel. I always believe that I still have more content to share with you. So don't forget to subscribe, and thank you.